So today we are ranking all of the main bosses in Elden Ring. There will be optional bosses on this list, however they have to be important to the overarching lore of the game. Also get ready, this is a very backwards list because it just comes from my experience from playing the game. So get ready for some hot takes and please be nice in the comments. At number 16 we have Mog, Lord of Blood, and I absolutely hated fighting this guy. I know he's some people's favorite boss, but I don't get it. Like, it's one thing to have a hard boss, but this guy is way too big for the area that you're fighting him in. It's like you're trapped in a corner the entire time. He has a cool design, but that's the only compliment I could give to him. Number 15, we have the Godskin duo, and that's a no-brainer. It felt so good defeating these guys when I did. In most of the bosses in this game, it feels like you're fighting someone who's fighting by the rules, who's fighting honorably. These two don't feel like that at all. The fact that they could revive each other is just ridiculous. At number 14, we have the Red Wolf, and honestly, I don't really have anything negative to say about the Red Wolf. It's just kind of there. At number 13, we have Gideon, and I do love Gideon as an NPC. He's a really interesting character, but as a boss, he's just a pushover. It was really satisfying, like right when he betrays you, you just flicking him like a toothpick, but I was expecting a harder fight. At number 12, we have Margit, and I am splitting up Margit and Morgott because they are separate fights with different movesets and such. I do think it's interesting and have a little bit of animosity towards the fact that they put the very first main story boss as one of the hardest bosses in the game, at least as it seemed at the time. But outside of that, I think he's a pretty generic boss, and he's just fine. I want to put Rykard higher, but for now, he's at number 11. I just don't like the fact that his boss fight kind of felt like a gimmick because of the weapon that you have to use and you only get to use with this boss fight. But I do really like the Volcano Manor storyline and the progression, and defeating him gives you one of the best weapons in the game. At number 10, we have Estelle, and I know some might not consider Estelle one of the main bosses, but since it is the final boss in Ranni's storyline, I am counting it. At first glance, this boss was just ridiculously hard. However, I just decided to level up my character a bunch and defeat a bunch of other bosses before returning, and once I did, I flicked this thing. Its design is really cool though. Okay, I'm at my time limit for the video, so I'm gonna have to make a part 2, and it's probably already out as you're seeing this video, so go check my page.